What is going on, everyone? Riddict here, and welcome to Off the Shelf Airguns. Today we got a new pickup. It is the Gamo Swarm Maxxim Gen 2. You can see here, this is the package. It is rated for hunting, small game. It is a 22 caliber pellet. It also comes in a .177 caliber, but we went with the 22 caliber. Rated at 1000 FPS, up to 1000 FPS, right? Most likely with alloy. But let's open this up. Take a look at it here. I open the box and the rifle is right there, as you can see. Take it out of this bag. We got the bag taped up. Get it out of here for you. Alright, there we go. There's the rifle itself. Really nice feeling. Feels really nice. It's not overly heavy, which is good. Of course, on the Gamo Swarm, for those that may not know, it is a break barrel action, and the big thing is that it uses a 10-shot rotary magazine. Now on the Gen 1, the magazine went in straight up and down like so. On this Gen 2, on here the magazine goes flat right in there, just like that. Here's one more time. The barrel on it is like that to suppress the noise, even though, you know, these aren't firearm loud, but some break barrels do got a little pretty good crack to them. But this is to suppress the noise, so it's basically a suppressor. You got your scope mounting rail up here. Your safety is lever safety, of course, you know. Forward safety, lever safety, whatever you want to call it. Right there. Trigger is adjustable, 2-stage trigger. So that's always nice for those that want to fine-tune their trigger pull. Then we have a little Allen key for mounting things and adjusting things and all that good stuff. And then there's the 10-shot rotary magazine in there. Of course, it does come with a 3.9x40 scope. Gamo air rifle scope. Let's open that up and take a look at it. Wrapped really well. Definitely packaged well. A little microfiber cloth for cleaning. Another Allen key for mounting. There it is. You got your lens caps on there. Ooh. Anyway, there's your scope. So, why don't we go ahead and I'll go ahead and get the scope mounted, sight it in a little bit. Let's go. Alright, we're outside. Got the Gamo Swarm Maxxim Gen 2 here. We're gonna sight it in. Hopefully. We're gonna be using the Crossman hollow points, 22 caliber. Now here's the magazine, and what's neat is with the magazine it tells you, you see that little triangle, that means you're all out of ammo. Now you'll see a number in there from 10 going all the way down to 0 to the triangle. So you'll know how many rounds you have left, which is nice. So of course the way you load it into the gun goes right in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it goes like so, just like that. So it sits flat, and what's neat is when you break the barrel, it flips up and loads the pellet automatically. So that's how that goes. I'm going to put some pellets in it here. Takes a second. As you load it, you just simply, your fingers can get a hold of the magazine on the sides, and then you just simply rotate it after you get a pellet in. I got one in there. You rotate it around, put another one in, and it provides you with a few little images on the magazine, so you know that you're doing it the right way. All right, ready to rock and roll. Now we're not getting super technical. We're just going to do a quick sight in. I don't have the table out here and the gun rests and all that stuff, so we're just going to do a quick sight in today. Down the road we're going to come back to this and really fine tune it and see what we can get. And also, we're also going to come back and get out the chronograph and revisit a lot of these guns we review and really see what they can do, really see how they live up to the hype that they're given, to the numbers that they're given. So we will take a look at all that stuff. But now, let's get the scope ready here. I'll show you something with this scope I actually like. Now I know a lot of scopes come like this now, but usually on Airguns they give you the cheapest of the cheap, which is not the case here. Which is not the case. Because on this scope, you have the little knobs you can get a hold of with your fingers so that you can sight it in instead of having to fumble around with a screwdriver or a coin or a knife, right? So that's always nice. Let's see where it's at, shall we? Let's see where it's at. Magazine loaded. Alright. It's my first time using one of these, so it ought to be interesting. Oh man. That breaks so nice and smooth. Very simple, very easy, very smooth, yet supposedly pretty powerful, so we'll see. Alright, here we go. We're way off to the left there. I keep wanting to go back and load another. There, we just did. 1 second. I'm gonna have to go over there and take a look. Let's just keep giving it a go. Man, is that so nice. There we go. There we go. It's got to go down. Alright. Let's keep going after it. Wow, man. I absolutely love how that loads. Now we're getting somewhere. Real nice, actually. Oh yeah. Real nice group going on. Where are we at here? 3 left. Oh yeah, see that? I like how it tells you the number, how many you have left. That's awesome. Look at that, guys. That is great. Real nice. Where are we at? Nope, we're out. Maybe. Let's see. Had 1 left. Well, I'm pretty happy with that, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't get much better than that, as you guys can see. Does not get much better than that. That's a pretty tight group. And that's just with not even resting the gun on a table. On a stand. Just on a whim right out here. Really all you need, man. We're just out here plinking, having fun. Unless you're going to use it for hunting, then you want to fine-tune it better. But as you can see, look how fine-tuned it is at this point. Just from adjusting it by hand and obviously not resting it on a table. There it is. The Gamo Swarm Maxxim Gen 2. Can't even get it in the shot for a thumbnail. Good enough. Man, I love this whole system with the magazine, and it's a brake barrel, and the braking action is super smooth and super simple. You're not going to have any problems. A younger individual wouldn't even have any problems. The problem they'll have is actually, you know, getting a hold of it. But you're not going to have any problems with this. If you have a bad shoulder or something, you're afraid of them big brake barrels because they're tough, you are not going to have that problem here. Not at all. Now when it fires, it does have a pretty good punch. It's not firearm worthy, but when you fire it, it has a pretty good punch. So if you're shooting it all day, you may get sore in the shoulder. It's true. I mean, it may be hard to believe for some that an air gun could be that powerful, but I mean, it punches back a little bit. So, man, I am super impressed with this. Super impressed with this. Well worth every penny by every standard. The Gamo Swarm Maxxim Gen 2. Super cool. And with that said, I'll catch you all down the road.